044. Caller in the room.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, so I called you guys last week about the cryptid.
Oh, okay.
I
Yes.
cut your call up and posted it on
Yep,
my on my members only on my personal page. It was so good. Thank you for calling back.
Yes.
You're welcome. So I saw that, by the way, and I was like, I cannot hear the sound of my own voice.
I
But
hate it too. I sound like a man. I don't care.
the reason I'm calling is about I actually predicted my brother's death before he died, and
Wow.
he died like 2 weeks before my birthday. But ever since I was 12 years old, I've been accurately predicting deaths, and it's gotten to the point where my family is like, if you get a feeling about me, don't say
Don't
to
say
me,
anything.
okay?
Surprise me. I like surprises
Yeah.
type energy.
We'll know.
Right. But this was like 5 years ago, and he ended up killing himself. But
Sorry.
Wow.
I told my mom, I just have a really bad feeling. I feel like something bad's going to happen. Someone's going to die before my birthday. I don't know when. I don't know how. I just know something's going to happen. And then she told me, I've been seeing a dark cloud over your dad's head for the past few days, and I've been terrified that he's going to die. So now I'm thinking, oh God, I'm going to lose my dad. And my brother is my dad's son from a previous marriage.
Oh.
So, like, about 2 days later, basically, I ended up getting a phone call from my brother's wife that he had killed himself. And I called my mom, and turns out it was my brother and not my dad who died. And then I came home for the funeral. And when I came home, I just remember I was sitting in the kitchen by myself, talking to my brother and saying, if you can hear me and if you're there, because I could feel a presence, but I couldn't see it. And you know now how much we love you and how much all of us wanted you here. Give me a sign. And I was like, maybe a white feather. Send me a white feather, and then I'll know it's you. So we left the house and came back a couple hours later. And in the middle of my childhood room, there was a big white feather out of nowhere. And for months after his death, anytime I was having a hard day or I was really missing him, I would just find a white feather out of nowhere. And there was one time actually where my husband and I were in the parking lot at BJ's, and I was crying over my brother, and a white feather kind of materialized in the car out of nowhere. And even my husband was like, that is weird. And I can actually send you a picture of my feathers because I saved all of them if you'd like.
Yeah, you can email it.
It's CallsFromBeyond
I'll email
at
it.
Gmail.
I will. And he visited me in my sleep too. And I cannot remember what we talked about. I just remember talking to him and like crying a lot in my dream. And my husband said that in my sleep, I was like crying in my sleep and talking out loud. And he was like, I don't know who you were talking to. So I don't know. Like, definitely life continues on beyond the physical. And
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, that was just the confirmation I needed. But yeah.
That's amazing.
So that's the story I have.
Thank you for sharing. I'm so sorry about your brother. I've lost a sibling, and it's tough. So
it's traumatic. It's for sure traumatic because they're supposed to be here with you for the rest of your life, and now they're just gone. So, but thank you.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure you have more stories, so we'll probably talk to you next week. It seems like you got all the good ones.
Oh my God. At this point, I think I have abilities.
Yeah, you probably do. I mean, all of us have some kind of spiritual gift. It's just about how you materialize yours. And that's what I tell my friend Mel that we were talking about earlier. And it's definitely a calling that you got to be willing to like answer and open yourself up to. But I'm sure you do. And I know you probably have 1,000,001 stories that sound like paranormal. Really, they are in a way, but they're really spiritual.
Right. Very spiritual. And I haven't opened up because I'm terrified of that stuff. I see stuff all the time. I feel stuff all the time. I accurately predict things, and it can be scary for me. So, well, so I've been seeing spirits like my whole life. So I really try to block it out sometimes because it can be scary,
Yeah.
especially when you see some demonic looking stuff and you're like, what
Yeah,
the?
yeah,
But
because you're opening yourself up for energy, and sometimes it's not the highest vibrations of energy that visit you.
Nope.
It's not that, you
right,
know.
I should probably start trying to practice so I can control it better and kind of control what energy I let in
Yeah,
because I don't have control over it. But yeah, that's my story for the night.
Well,
thank
thank you for
you.
calling
for
in.
calling.
You're welcome. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
You too.
You as well. What?
Yeah.
That's
Bye.
a crazy call to leave off on.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, because I mean, it's kind of the truth. We have spiritual abilities. Some people are dreamers, some people are clairaudience, some people are clairvoyants, some people are mediums, some people are psychics. I was told by a psychic that I have these abilities, and I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, I just tell people what the cards tell me. Which, by the way, somebody was like, "Oh, your readings, you're never open." I'm like, I've been open. I'm doing readings. If you would like to book a reading, I'm gonna have Lauren drop the link down below. So I do readings, but I think everybody just thought that I wasn't because I
Yeah.
closed it down for a little while.
You did close it for a good minute, but
Oh,
they're
I
open.
had to. Yeah, sometimes you got to for spiritual maintenance and hygiene and all that other stuff.